Hello, and my name is Isaiah Solis. Basically, this is going to be an introduction video. Um, Today is January 1st, 2020, and that is pretty significant. We're in the roaring 20s again. I'll be honest, I ended 2019 in a pretty big slump. I dealt with a pretty big breakup of a relationship that I had for 5 years. I've had multiple eviction scares. I also took the opportunity of my relationship ending to come out to my father about my bisexuality, and it's been a mixed bag. Let's just say that. Basically, the purpose of this video is I took a long, hard look at myself in the mirror one day, and when I say one day, it was about a week ago. And it was just before Christmas. I realized that I wasn't happy with myself. Not happy with the way that I looked, not happy with the way that my life was going, not happy with my mentality. And so I am changing that. One of my biggest goals this year is to lose and keep off weight. So this channel is going to be me on that weight loss journey, trying to lose 100 pounds plus, because currently, as of the weigh-in today, I weigh 368 pounds. And that, for anyone who has never weighed that much or who weighs more, people just don't understand what it's like to be big unless you've been big. And there's a lot of challenges just on a daily basis of having to deal with this weight. And it's not even external stuff, right? It's how you feel about yourself. It's how you treat yourself. I think that a lot of us get this mentality that everybody else just is disgusted with us, and so that mentality gets imprinted in our own minds, and that's how we start thinking about ourselves. And I can raise my hand and say that I've definitely felt that. So this year, I am going on this journey, this fight, this battle, this war, because that's what it is. It's a war within myself of trying to get past whatever negative thoughts that I have about myself, and try to just put that behind me. To keep it pretty honest, I wake up, I have to pass by the mirror, and when I see myself, I hate that person. And nobody should ever hate themselves. But I do. And 2019 was a hard year because I was feeling all of these emotions towards myself, and I didn't know how to correct it. And it took me a little bit to realize what it was about myself that I didn't like. And I think a few of those things are probably the fact that I'm self-deprecating. I put myself down all the time. I don't feel comfortable around people. Like I love having friends, and I love being fun and social with people. But the amount of withdrawal that I've allowed myself to do this year, or this past year, is staggering looking back at it. It's almost like a complete lack of engagement. I probably spent, other than going to work, probably 90% of my time in the house. And it wasn't until the breakup that I started hanging out with my cousin and my other family members that they kind of just made me feel as though, I need to make a change for myself. And a lot of that has to do and surrounds my weight. I want to stress, though, that I'm not doing this for anybody else. I'm doing this because I want to feel good. I want to look good. I want to be healthy. And I can already feel the effects of my weight on my joints, on the way I breathe, and it's got to stop. So, enough with the depressive shit. 2020 is going to be the year. So, as a starting point and going on this journey, with whoever decides to watch this, like if you come across my video, I want to document each phase of this weight loss journey. And one part of that is going to be the diet change, which I've already started. And then it's going to be exercise and just kind of keeping myself, not necessarily motivated, but keeping myself focused on the end goal. Because there's a lot of times where I know I'm not going to be motivated. I'm not going to feel that passion after watching like this really inspirational YouTube video, right? There's going to be times where I'm going to have to learn how to push through that by myself. So I want to, put all my stuff out there, see if, anybody relates, or if I can personally help people down the road. I don't know. So yeah. So just as a quick recap, today is January 1st, 2020, if I didn't already say that. My New Year's resolution is to lose weight, preferably 100 plus pounds, and to stop doing this. Any sort of tobacco products. This is vape. I was a really heavy smoker. I've all but stopped smoking cigarettes for the most part. So it's just been vape trying to, wean me down a little bit until I can stop completely. Now, I started this diet actually the day after Christmas, so 7 days ago. Today was the 7th day, and I personally haven't seen any changes yet, but like I said, it is the first week. I went to the gym for the first time today. I weighed myself in, like I said earlier, 368.2. And so I guess the only thing left to do is, in order to document these changes that are going to happen, I am going to put myself in a vulnerable spot, which I'm pretty nervous about, which is revealing what my stomach looks like currently. If you want to trash talk, go ahead. It's inevitable. It's the internet. But I want this channel to be a positive place where people can come and share their thoughts and ideas, give each other advice. So after I do the body reveal type deal, I'm going to come back and I will share what I've learned so far just within the 7 days of dieting. So let's get to the body reveal. And I apologize, this mic is excellent, but I don't know how well it's going to pick me up back there. So if it sucks, I'll try to boost it in post, but we'll figure stuff out as we go along. Alrighty, so this is me at 368 pounds. And this is me with my shirt off. This is very awkward right now. I feel very uncomfortable because I know I don't look great. Some of the problems that I've been having recently is belly sag. I've obviously got much larger breasts than a male should have. The worst part about it for me is from the back, where you can actually really see the love handles here. It's not pleasant, and I don't like having my photos taken because I feel like it really shows just how round I am. When I have shirts and things of that nature on, I feel a little bit more comfortable because I don't feel like it shows as much. But it's definitely still a concern that I have. So, yeah, that was pretty nerve-wracking. I want this just because I want, there to be something I can look back on when I accomplish my goals, because it's going to happen this year. There's no doubt in my mind that I am going to get this done. And that's actually a really good segue into what I've learned just within the past week of this diet. I'm on a keto diet. It restricts carbs, sugars, can't have any of that. So that includes bread, starches like potatoes, pastas, all of that stuff is out. And I've done keto in the past, but I struggled with it hardcore. And I think the reason is because as a person, I wasn't ready for it. I didn't prepare myself well, and to be quite frank, I just wasn't ready to give up my food. And a lot of this has to do with mindset. That's what I've been watching videos on. It's what I've been reading. It's what all the other people that have lost weight here on YouTube have said. And it really does make a difference how you go in to this change. The biggest differences between this time and last time that I did a keto diet is last time I was on the keto diet for about 3 months, and I wasn't seeing any results. But the problem is that I knew what I had to do, and I didn't stick with it. Um, After looking back at it, they say hindsight's 2020. I actually indulged in a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have, and it ruined whatever chance I had of getting into ketosis. Um, and that is one of the most vital parts of the uh, keto diet, is achieving ketosis, so that way your body is eating away at the fat and using that as energy rather than trying to get your energy from your food, and when it doesn't need it anymore, it just gets stored as fat. So that's the whole process of this keto thing. And one thing that I've learned is once you can get yourself into that right mindset of this is absolutely what I need to do for myself, you'll be surprised at how easy this actually turns out. I won't lie, the first, I'll say about 3 days um, were pretty ravenous when it came to the hunger pains. Um, I haven't had many of those massive hunger pains, but when they did hit, they were a pretty big strain on my mind, and it took a lot for me to push through that without, reverting back to eating junk food and things of that nature. One thing that I will say is that when you go into a diet, make sure that if you are following a meal plan, or if you have an idea for something that you want for lunches or something of that nature, have it ready. Make your meals ahead of time for lunch at minimum. I found myself in a pickle on the second day because I failed to make a lunch and take it. And the problem with where I work is they have actually a wall of like 12 different cylindrical tubes, and they all have like candy and things in there. But luckily at the very end, they had some nuts, and I was able to get some peanuts and eat those for my lunch. I only had a cup of them, so that way I made sure I didn't go over my carbs, because I didn't at the time know how many carbs were in peanuts, so I wanted to keep it safe. And by the fourth day, I was in ketosis, and I've been in ketosis for the last 3 days. So it's a start. It's given me more confidence that I can actually stick with this. And here's the thing, I actually woke up today, and today was the first day that I went to the gym. So I woke up today, I had a piece of chicken left over from dinner a few nights ago, and I heated that up in the microwave, ate it, and I went to the gym. I did my short little workout just to test the waters, and then I came back. Well, I don't know if you can see my room here, but my bed, sorry, orientation's weird. So my bed is right here. It actually used to have a bed frame, and my computer actually wasn't in my room earlier today. It was a couch, and there was a whole bunch of like useless furniture in here. So I spent today getting all that rearranged and stuff like that. So not only did I have a small workout, but I was able to get more exercise in by just kind of cleaning things up in my room, getting things organized. I had a really heavy couch in here, so my dad and I had to lug it out of that small little door over there. And I it was weird. I expected to be starving, you know? I expected that hunger that usually comes after exerting yourself. I expected it to feel like it was eating me alive, right? But it didn't. It was the craziest thing. It didn't. In fact, I actually after I got all my computer stuff set up, I jumped on Apex Legends and I, played a couple rounds. And then I was like feeling kind of tired because I was getting a lot of this move set up last night, so I didn't get very much sleep. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning, and I took a nap after I played those few games of Apex. And when I woke up, I cook the meals for my dad and I because he's doing the same diet I am. He's not as overweight as I am, but he, in my mind, when I woke up from my nap, I thought to myself that I had to make dinner for him. And usually, when I've ever taken a nap in the past, I've woken up and the first thing that's on my mind is food. And food has never been a thing where I've never looked forward to eating. But when I woke up, I didn't feel any of that. In fact, I only made dinner to fulfill my meal plan. I didn't even want it. And that's just after 7 days. So if you're feeling scared, or if you're feeling like you can't get past your mind, you definitely can. And because I felt the same way. So I'm going to leave it there. Take the information as you will. I don't know how often I'm going to be uploading. Preferably, I'd like to keep a log of the results every day. And then that way, at the end of the year, I can make like a montage of all the videos and show the weight loss in real time. That would be ideal. So, if you want, subscribe, comment, share your story. I want to hear from whoever is able to find this video. Health is wealth in 2020. I learned that from my guy Laid Back, and we'll see you guys in the next video.